Again, we appreciate everyone coming out to the game tonight. Continue just members, schools, and committed to promote this sport this year. Our student athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHS and Century events. Profanity, degrading remarks, and intimidating actions surrounding officials, coaches, and competitors, and other spectators will not be tolerated in our grounds for removing from the event site. Spectators are allowed in the competition area prior to, during, or after the conclusion of the contest.
Do you know when he wants me to start talking?
I think it's a tip-off, but I don't know.
Okay.
At tonight's game.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Van Ness Arena School campus as we get ready to bring you some Darlington basketball. It is game one of the season for the boys basketball team. Of course, the girls played earlier tonight against Dalton Academy. The Pumas would notch a 79-9 win, and now the Darlington Tigers get ready to embark on their 2022-2023 campaign and opening up their regular season with a region game. This is a region matchup against the Dalton Academy Pumas. Your Darlington Tigers, of course, head coach Nathan West. Head coach for the Dalton Academy Pumas is Jeffrey Hutchinson. And we don't have anything to talk about in terms of numbers and records and all that kind of stuff for Darlington. As I mentioned, this is their first game, but we'll go back to last season. They went 20-8, 7-3 in region play. Would pick up a Christmas tournament victory. Hoisted the gold ball last year with a 46-40 victory over Model. Really exciting game, and made it to the playoffs. So had a great year last year and looking to do the same this year. Well, let's give you the starting lineups. We're going to start with the Dalton Academy Pumas. We'll start with number 2, Destin Love. Number 3, Michael Christopher. Number 12, Brandon Morales. Then you also have number 21, Juan Lopez Lucas, and number 23, Malik Holland. That rounds out their starting five. Certainly worth pointing out that 5 of the guys on the floor, there's only 1 guy on the bench. They've got 6 players dressed out for this basketball game. So they're going to be working with a very, very small bench tonight against pretty deep Darlington Tigers basketball team. We'll get ready to give you the Darlington Tigers starting lineup. It'll be go time here from inside the Huffman Center in the Van Ness Arena. Getting ready to get this season rolling. But we'll start with the Darlington Tigers and number 2, Demarion Floyd, a junior this year. Crowd goes crazy as they introduce the Tigers. Number 3, Braden Bell. Then you're going to have number 12, Jack Bell, in the starting lineup tonight for your Darlington Tigers. Number 15, Asa Shepard. And then number 32, Charlie Shaw, and that'll round out your starting lineup here for your Darlington Tigers as they get ready to start the 2022 campaign. And as you can hear, got a good crowd on hand here tonight inside the Van Ness Arena to take in this first boys basketball game of the season. We're just about ready to go. Glad you're with us tonight on the Darlington School YouTube stream, produced by Northwest Georgia Media. As we get ready to go here, we'll go ahead and recognize everybody involved in the broadcast tonight, as we're about to have tip-off here in just a couple of moments, but we got a second. Cameras tonight, Benton Potts, Carson and Braden Holder. Also replay tonight is Ryland Scott. Just finished up an excellent season with the Darlington Tigers as the kicker on the football team. Graphics, Millie Potts, also director David Corbin, and then also Nathan and Uta Patterson, owners and operators of Northwest Georgia Media. Sponsors tonight, couldn't do it without them for sure. Riverside Auto Group, Room Orthopedic Center, there's the tip. Darlington gets it, and off the bat, a layup for Demarion Floyd off the tip to start the scoring. So 2-0, Darlington on top. We're underway here inside the Van Ness Arena. Malik Holland will bring it up the floor here for the Pumas. And immediately he's going to be have the ball tip, and the ball is going to stay with the Pumas. They'll inbound the basketball, trailing 2-0. A lot of noise from the crowd early on in this game. And the player, Destin Love, loses the handle. It's coming to the Tigers with a 2-0 lead. As we get ready for Jack Bell to inbound the ball. He's going to get it into Braden Bell, playing in his senior year. Just had a great year as wide receiver for the football team. They had a great year. There's a long look at a three-point shot, and he knocks it down. My goodness, what a great shooter. I was just about to point out, great wide receiver, great shooter on the basketball team. Knocks down a three-point shot before I can get the words out of my mouth. 5-0, 7:20 left to go here in the opening quarter. Pumas have got the basketball. Destin Love tries to fire it inside. It's picked off. Here comes Demarion Floyd's going to pass it cross court. They'll slow it down. D-Man goes into the paint. Nice pass outside to Bell for three all alone. And he drills it. Oh, my goodness. Give that man the basketball. He's eating up already. 8-0 is your score. 6:55 left to go in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose, goes out of bounds. So we get ready for Destin Love to inbound the ball here for the Dalton Academy Pumas. They had some excitement a couple of days ago. I'll tell you about it in just a minute. They'll bring the ball up the floor. They've only been a program for, this is their second season. They picked up their first program victory over Cleveland Christian, 62-12. I think that was on November the 29th, so just a few days ago. So congratulations to them on that. Trying to build off the momentum of that win. Darlington will inbound the ball. They get it into Bell. Now back across the left wing side to Jack Bell. There's a long look at a three-point shot. That one won't go, just off the mark. And chasing the ball down was Braden Bell. Got away from him, went out of bounds. So it's coming back to the Pumas. Darlington's opened up the game on an 8-0 run. First game of the season. And stolen away. Demarion Floyd puts it up and scores. Hits the deck in the process. He's got 4 points. Darlington on a 10-0 run. 6:15 left to go. Pumas will bring it down the other side of the floor. They're in their black uniforms with white letters and numbers. Darlington's in their white uniforms. Ball stolen away. Here comes Jack Bell. He goes inside, lays it in on the finger roll. Jack Bell with his first basket of the game, and it's 12-0. A 12-0 run to start the game here for the Darlington Tigers. Taking control of this one early, much like the girls did in the previous game. So we're under the 6-minute mark here in Van Ness Arena, and the Darlington Tigers have started this one out hot. Pumas will inbound the ball. They get it into Destin Love. Love will bring it up the floor. Dribbles between his legs, being guarded by D-Man Floyd. Crosses the center court stripe. Dribbles right. Now he goes back up towards the top of the key. Feeds it up to the top of the key. Now they go to the left wing side. 20 seconds on the shot clock. I'm going to take a minute for me to get used to saying that here at this level. They feed it back out. Good ball movement right now from the Pumas, but even better defense. Just absolutely smothering them. Nice spin move at the end of the play. Misses the shot, though. Here comes Darlington after getting the rebound. They're on the other end of the floor with the basketball. Quinn McClarity. And got a little bit out of control and turned it over in front of the Pumas bench. So we get ready for the Pumas to inbound the basketball after we have a timeout. 5:22 left to go first quarter. Darlington starts with a 12-0 run. As we go into our first timeout, we'll step out for 30 seconds. As the Darlington Tigers fans have come in to check out this Darlington Tigers basketball team, boys basketball team, for their first game of the year. It was the fourth game for the Lady Tigers. Pumas with the ball. There's a long look. That one caroms off the rim. Rebound's going to go to McClarity and the Tigers. They'll bring it up the floor. Palouche with the basketball. He's going to go to the top of the key, fires it on to Demarion Floyd. Dribbles between his legs, makes a move into the paint, puts it up, and it's good. D-Man Floyd, 6 points in the first quarter, 14-0 run for Darlington to start this basketball game. And Destin Love was about to inbound the ball here for the Pumas and couldn't find anybody to get it to. Took too much time, so that's a turnover as Darlington gets ready to inbound the ball. To inbound the ball is going to be Joseph Womack. So Womack fires it in up to Palouche. There's a long three off the left wing side, in and out, won't go for McClarity, but there to clean it up down low is McKay Rush. Rush with his first basket of the game in the season, I can also say, because this is the first game, 16-0, the start of the game here for Darlington. 4:28 left to go here in the first quarter. Dribbling is Love. He's at the top of the key. He tries to fire it inside. They try to work their way into the paint. Shot is up, rattles off the rim, won't go. McClarity's there for the rebound, feeds it off to Palouche. And he drives right in, tries to finger roll the ball in, misses the shot, but he draws the contact. So we're going to see Simon going to the free throw line, shooting 2. Size and numbers, no doubt about it, in the favor of the Darlington Tigers in this basketball matchup. First free throw on the way is good for Simon. He'll get ready for his next one. With Darlington opening up a 17-0 run to start the game. Can they make it 18? I think so. He's going to make that one as well. So it's 18-0 as Pumas are greeted by a little bit of pressure here from the Darlington Tigers defense. A little bit of contact there on Joseph Womack. So he is going to pick up his first foul of the basketball game, and the Pumas will inbound in front of the scorer's table, working from right to left. And another whistle is blown. So the Tigers rack up a couple of quick fouls here on this Pumas possession as we get ready for Michael Christopher to inbound the ball here for the Pumas in between the scorer's table and the Darlington bench. They get it into Love. He dribbles up at the top of the key with it, being guarded by McClarity. Pumas with the ball, trailing 18-0. Haven't been able to get many shots in the game. That was a long one, misses the rim. Rebound taken by Darlington. Palouche with the basketball, feeds it off to the left wing side. They go right down low, puts it up, scores, but the basket is no good, as that's going to be a charge that goes against Darlington's Joseph Womack. He picks up his second foul of the game, and the Pumas are going to get the ball back. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, took a picture of Dalton Academy's roster earlier and looked down, and I'm like, are we missing a few names? They've only got 6 players dressed out for this basketball game. So they've got their starting 5 and 1 player on the bench. So Darlington starts this game on an 18-0 run, and with the deep bench that Darlington has, really will be able to wear them down. Palouche down low is going to kick it back out. Bell puts up the shot, knocks down another 3. He's got 3 in this game already, 21-0. He's come out with a hot hand immediately, making the transition from the football season to basketball season and making it look like it ain't no big deal. So Braden Bell getting ready to fire it in here for the Tigers. Gets it into Simon. He's down low. Tries to feed it down low. Now they kick it back out. Retain possession. There's Simon for 3, and he buries it. Oh, what a great looking shot that was. He's got 5. 24-0. Darlington on top. 3:11 left to go in the first quarter. This is looking like a lot like the last game. Spin move at the end. That was a nice move there from Malik Holland. Knocks down the first basket of the game here for the Pumas. So the run stops at 24-0 for the Tigers to start the game. There's a long 3-point look on the other end. That one's off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound is going to go to the Pumas, and a foul is going to be charged against the Darlington Tigers. I'm glad you're with us tonight. I understand there's going to be several of these live streams put together over the course of the season. So we're certainly looking forward to being here and bringing you some round ball here from the Van Ness Arena at different points of the season on the live stream. Checking out of the game is going to be Michael Christopher for the Pumas. Checking back in is going to be Juan Lopez Lucas. At the free throw line is going to be Holland, who has the only points of the game, and he is going to knock that one down and get ready for another. It's 1-1. He's got the only points of the game here for the Pumas in the first quarter. Dribbles a few times, puts it up, and that one's going to carry him off the rim. He'll miss that one. So the score remains 24-3. Darlington Tigers across the timeline. They work it off that left side. There's Simon for three. That's off the back of the rim. It's going to be a miss. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Malik Holland, who did a good job there going up for the board. He dribbles behind his back across the timeline. Wasn't pretty, but he got across. Now they go back up top to Destin Love. Dribbles between his legs, picks up his dribble, tries to find a man, finds a guy on the left wing side. They go right back to him. Pumas dribbling with the ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. They'll have to make a move here pretty quick. Now 8 seconds. They fire it off the left wing side to Love. Loses the handle. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's coming back to the Tigers. 2:07 remains here in the first quarter. Darlington 24. Pumas 3 from Dalton Academy. Feed it into Demarion Floyd, and he'll bring it up the floor. So Floyd with it. He is going to fire it off to Jack Bell. Puts up a three, misses. Rebound taken. The putback is going to go. That was Tristan Mercer with his first basket of the game. Score moves to 26-3 rather. Bringing it up the floor now for the Pumas is going to be Destin Love. Love tries to cross-court pass. Ball's picked off. Demarion Floyd's got it. Drives right into the lane. Nice pass underneath to Jack Bell, who gets the finish he was looking for. And it's 28-3. Pumas across the timeline, and he travels, trying to bring a little razzle-dazzle and a spin move to get out of traffic and across center court. And it turns into a turnover there for the Pumas. So we're going to have a timeout on the floor. So we're going to take one as well. We're glad you're with us here on the live stream from Darlington School, produced by Northwest Georgia Media, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
The most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Well, played a great first quarter so far, up 28-3, went on a 24-0 run to start the game before Dalton Academy would finally punch through and grab a couple of points there in this first quarter of play. But it's been Darlington dominating this first quarter. And again, this is their first game of the season, and they start the regular season with a region game. And off to a great start so far. Next game for the Darlington Tigers is actually going to be tomorrow, and I'll tell you who the opponent's going to be here in just a couple of moments. It's going to be at Cherokee in Canton, Georgia. It's going to be a part of the Sandy Spiel Showdown, which will be a lot of fun for them to take part in. Here's Jack Bell, lobs it up for Demarion Floyd, pulls it down and scores. So Demarion Floyd with another basket. He's got 8 points. Bringing it up the floor is Destin Love here for the Pumas. Across the timeline, he's trapped. He's going to have some help. Can't get it. Ball is stolen away, and it's loose on the floor as Will Land was diving to try to pick it up. And one of the things that I saw Coach Nathan West talk about in his preseason interview that he did with Alex Fair from the Rome News-Tribune was talking about being a blue-collar, hard-working team, playing as a team, going for the 50-50 balls, rebounds, free throws, defense, all the things you got to do to put yourself in position to win. And so far, right out of the chute, Darlington's doing all of those things. Great effort here in the first quarter which is not a surprise at all if you followed this team over the last several years. Here's Demarion Floyd putting up the shot, and it is good. D-Man's on fire. 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and Darlington up 32-3. Now at the 35-second mark. Love, down low, they get it. Kick it out. Good ball movement for the Pumas. Can't get the finish they were looking for. Going up for the rebound. The Tigers have got it. They're on the other end, and the layup is going to be good for Jake Trebus, picking up his first basket of the game. Everybody's getting in on the action. 34-3, a 31-point lead here for the Tigers with 15 seconds. Well, 15.8 seconds, if you want to be precise about it, left to go in the first quarter. Going to see some free throws here from Malik Holland here for Dalton Academy. Dribbles a couple of times, puts it up. That one is going to bounce high off the rim and rattles in, so he'll get ready for another. And the score moves to 34-4 with 15.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. Holland gets ready for his second free throw on the way. That one's off the back of the rim. Rebound after it pinballs around a little bit. It's going to be taken by the Darlington Tigers. Marion Floyd's going to bring it up the floor across the center court stripe. He goes now to the top of the key. Pick set for him. He kicks it out. They got on the left wing side after a couple of passes. Three-point shot missed. Ball's loose on the floor as time expires to end our first quarter. And it was a good one for your Darlington Tigers. They're up 34-4 after one quarter of play. We'll come back for the second quarter after a 1-minute timeout here on the Darlington School video stream. We'll be back. I think I heard him say over the PA just a couple of moments ago, Randy Smith down there on the mic. Pretty sure he said they're going to have a half-court competition coming up at halftime. And if you make a shot, you get $100. Did I hear that correctly? Everybody could use $100 heading into the holidays. After all, you got all your Cyber Monday deals in, after Black Friday and all that kind of good stuff that's been going on. Tigers have got a 34-4 lead as we enter the start of the second quarter. Jack Bell with it. They fired around to the left wing side. Now back up top they go. Subs into the game for the Tigers. We'll tell you who all's on the floor in just a minute. That one caroms off the rim. It's picked up by Malik Holland. Darlington was led in scoring there in the first quarter by Demarion Floyd, who had 10 points there in that quarter. Got a whistle from the officials. Going to the free throw line. We've seen this gentleman there a lot in this game already. This is his third trip there. Malik Holland puts up the shot. That one's off the backboard and through, so he'll get ready for another free throw attempt. That moves the score to 34-5 with 7:27 left to go in the second quarter. Second shot on the way. That one's off the back of the rim. There for the rebounds, Charlie Shaw in his senior year. They bring it down the floor, off the glass, and in. An easy layup in transition for Jack Bell. And now the score moves to 36-5 with 7:14 left to go here in the second quarter. Across the timeline is Destin Love. Love back around to Juan Lopez Lucas. Now Lucas with the ball at the top of the key, fires right. Now back up top to Lopez, now on to Love. He dribbles on the left wing side, jacks up a long three, high arcing. It's going to be a miss. Rebound's going to be taken by Charlie Shaw. He'll bring it up the floor, dribbles, and now passes it to Jack Bell. They fire it to the left wing side. Shot up a three, a miss. Rebound taken by Darlington, and the putback is good by Ashton Albers, his first basket of the night. So Albers notches a point. 38-5 your score, 6:25 left to go second quarter. Pumas with the basketball on the other end, working from right to left on their side of the floor. Love with it, tries to feed it into Holland. Holland turns, shoots in traffic, puts it off the glass, can't get it to go. Not a lot of looks here for the Pumas, thanks to this Darlington defense that's just stifling. Here comes Jack on the other side. Bell off the front of the rim, won't go. Hitting the deck hard, going for the rebound is Malik Holland, and he's kind of grabbing at his leg. And you're looking at a team that came into the game with 6 players listed available tonight. So if they have a guy that goes down, that's going to be a bad situation, but he hopped up pretty quick. A little bit of confusion as we get ready for the Pumas to inbound the basketball. They will trigger it in to Lucas. Lucas back to Holland. A little bit of pressure here from the Darlington Tigers. They'll drop back as Love crosses center court with it here for the Pumas. He drives towards center court, or the top of the key rather. Now Love with it, fires it on to Lucas. Lucas back around to Love, looks up at the basket, no look there for them. Just a lot of white jerseys in his face. Now back around to Love, he's well guarded. He'll go towards the paint, puts it up off the glass, can't get it to go. The rebound and the putback won't go for Holland, and now Simon Palouche comes down with the rebound and goes the other way for the Tigers. They kick it back out, wide open three, puts it down. My goodness, there's the tray for McKay Rush, knocking down the three-point shot. He's got 5. Tigers 41, Pumas 5, with 5:11 left to go in the first half of play. It's been a good night if you're wearing purple tonight, no doubt about it. Across the timelines, Dustin Love. Working it around the perimeter they go, trying to get some ball movement, trying to find some open looks, but they just cannot penetrate this Darlington defense. 11 seconds on the shot clock. They'll jack up a three-point look. It won't go, didn't hit the rim. Rebound taken by the Tigers. They head back the other way. With it is Simon. He goes into the paint. What a move towards the basket. He now has 7 points in the game, 43-5. 4:30 left to go in the quarter. Love is across the timeline with it for the Pumas. Feeds it off to Holland. Nice move on the other end. Well defended. But a bit of contact and trying to get to the rack. Malik Holland finds himself back at the charity stripe. And they got a big hill to climb, but if you can get into the paint and get yourself at the free throw line, find a way to get some points for the clock stop. And that's one box you can check, trying to climb back into this game, but it's going to take a lot. Here's the shot on the way. That one's off the back of the iron. It won't go. He gets ready for his next free throw. Going to have substitutions into the game here for the Tigers. Checking in Brent Bell. Also, you're going to have Will Land checking back into the game. You also have Trustin Mercer out there. Free throws up, won't go. Rebounds pulled down by Mercer, who just checked back into the game. Lost the handle on it. Out of control, going the other side, goes out of bounds. So Holland's going to inbound the basketball here for the Dalton Academy Pumas with 4:15 left to go in the second quarter. Love with the basketball across the timeline. He'll fire it left. They go inside to Holland. He's in traffic. Got 3 guys surrounded him. Spin move at the end of the play. Puts it up. Misses the shot. Pretty good move, but couldn't get the finish. They work it off to the right wing side. Tigers with the basketball. There's a long shot from Palouche. He is going to miss that shot. Rebound's going to be taken by Holland, so it's a one-and-done trip for the Tigers. Destin Love picks up the ball, brings it across center court stripe. He's at the top of the key with it with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Love around to the left wing side they go. Gets it in the hands of Morales. Morales back to Love. Go to the top of the key with it to Christopher. They try to get it off the left wing side. They lose control of it, and it goes out of bounds. So it's coming back to the Darlington Tigers with a 43-5 lead and 3:27 to go in the second quarter. Simon with the basketball. He's going to fire it off the left wing side to a wide open McKay Rush. And it's nothing but nylon there for Rush as he knocks down the tray. He's got 2 threes here in the second quarter. It's 46-5. Almost to the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Love with it for the Pumas. He's going to fire it off to the right wing side. They got him trapped in the corner. He'll fire it back out. Another trap with this young man. He's going to have some help. He fires it inside. Holland off the rim. It won't go. Rebound's going to be taken by Land. Here come the Tigers on the other end. The lob down low to Rush. Goes under the basket. And he is going to be hit hard. And he is going to go to the free throw line. As he was going in for the reverse layup, he got hammered. That was a hard foul. So McKay Rush is standing at the free throw line. And that's off the front of the rim. McKay gets ready for his second free throw. His mom is Samantha Rush, who is the head coach of the Darlington Lady Tigers basketball team. Enjoyed watching that young man play football for the Darlington Tigers throughout the season. He'll knock down the second free throw, and the score moves to 47-5 with 2:43 left to go in the second quarter, and some substitutions coming into the game here for the Tigers. So right now for Darlington, you're going to have Demarion Floyd, Braden Bell, also have Asa Shepard into the basketball game, as well as Charlie Shaw and Jack Bell. Here comes the Pumas on the other side of the floor. Love put it up, a little floater, wouldn't go. Rebound went to the Tigers. Here's Demarion Floyd after taking the pass, and it's in. He's got 12 points. 49-5 your score. 2:18 left to go here in the second quarter. Dustin Love is going to bring it across the center court line. Pumas looking pretty winded early in the game. And as I mentioned to you, only got 6 players that they can use in this game. They're going to fire it down low to Floyd, lays it in. Easy money right there for Demarion Floyd. He's now got 14 points in the game, and it's 51-5. Under the 2-minute mark now of our second quarter. Going to have shortened periods in the second half like we had in the first game with Darlington and Dalton Academy. And that's going to be an easy call for the official. Shuffled his feet in the paint, turned it over, and now the Tigers are going to get the ball back with a whopping lead. 1:38 left to go here in the first half. Demarion Floyd's got the ball. They're going to slow it up just a little bit here. So Demarion now at the top of the key, fires it to left wing side. Jack Bell into Shaw, turns, shoots, and scores. Charlie Shaw with his first basket of the game will happen with 1 minute and 20 seconds in the second quarter remaining. Love rolls it in to Dante Patterson and off the bench here for this Pumas basketball team. There's a shot from Love. That one's off the mark. Misses the rim. Here comes Demarion Floyd up the floor across center court. He's going to drive right towards the basket. Goes in with the Euro step. Misses the shot. And the rebound's going to go to the Pumas. But they try to pass it cross court. Picked off by the Tigers. Shaw got it. Now they work it around the perimeter. Here's Floyd to the hoop. Goes in. Tries for the jam. And hits the deck hard after missing the shot. Saw an opening. He did get fouled on his way up. So we're going to see Demarion Floyd at the free throw line. And shooting 2. 53-5 is your score. 44.3 seconds left to go second quarter. Demarion Floyd with very colorful shoes at the free throw line. Shot is good. I like those shoes. Yellow, they got some hot pink, some neon green, all kind of stuff like that going on. I guess that's part of the trend. I'm seeing a lot of that on the floor tonight. But if a 44-year-old man walks in with that going on, I don't think it has the same effect. Missed the shot. Putback is good for Shaw. Score moves to 56-5. 35 ticks left on the clock in the second quarter. Across the timeline is Love. He'll slow it up. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Now they'll get something going. They're going to be grateful for the halftime break because, again, with a roster of 6 available for the game tonight, these kids are winded. Giving great effort, but they just don't have any depth. 13 seconds on the clock. 56-5 is your score. 5 seconds on the shot clock, 2. He's got to shoot, and that's going to be a shot clock violation with 3.2 seconds left to go here in the half. Kind of puzzling why they didn't try to figure out a way to get a shot off before time expired with the shot clock. But I think that's the first time I've said that on a high school broadcast. Shot clock violation. Shot up at the buzzer is no good, and the score is going to remain 56-5 after our first half of play. Actually, wait a minute. We're going to have free throw shots, it looks like, as he was fouled on the shot. So we're going to see Demarion Floyd at the free throw line here before everybody goes into the locker room with time expired on the clock as he took that shot as the clock was running out. So we'll get ready for Demarion Floyd to shoot. First shot is on the way, and it is good. We'll get ready for his second shot. That moves the score to 57-5. D-man at the free throw line. Puts up his second shot. That one rattles around the rim and off, and as he was in the act of shooting a three, he's got one more. So he's made one of the pair, and he's got one more coming up. So Demarion Floyd out there all alone takes the shot and makes it. And that's going to make it a 57-5 game, a 52-point lead for the Darlington Tigers as everybody heads to the locker room at halftime. Well, let's go ahead and take a break, folks. I'm going to do some tallying here, and we'll come back with our halftime totals when we come back here on the Darlington School live stream of Darlington basketball.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com. Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV.
The most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Darlington Basketball would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's live stream: Riverside Auto Group, Rome Orthopedic Center, and Atrium Health Floyd. Thank you for your support. This broadcast is a production of Northwest Georgia Media. Thank you for watching.
welcome you back into the Van Ness Arena. Glad to have you with us tonight. We're at halftime. Darlington Tigers are on top 57-5, so definitely got a good handle on this basketball game through a half. We'll have shortened quarters in the third and fourth quarters of this basketball game, so we'll be shortened to 6 minutes instead of the typical regulation 8. But we'll go ahead and run down the scoring there from the first half of basketball. Dalton Academy Pumas, they had one source of scoring there in the first half. They would pick up 5 points, all of them from Malik Holland, and that is their 5. And somebody just hit a shot. I looked down. Was it of the half-court variety? If so, that young man just won $100. Anyway, the Darlington Tigers will run down their scoring real quick. Charlie Shaw had 4 points, 2 for Tristan Mercer, 9 points for McKay Rush, also 6 points for Jack Bell, 2 points for Ashton Albers, 2 for Jake Trebus, 9 points for Braden Bell, 7 for Simon Polish. I think that's how you say his name. I was trying to work on that before the game started. I think I've been saying it wrong for a year or two. I apologize for that. But Demarion Floyd leads all scorers, and I have him with 17 points, but all of mine add up to 58. So I gave somebody 1 point too many, so I apologize for that. Not everything adding up today, so apologize. So what I'll tell you is my totals are of the unofficial variety. But anyway, we have 4:44 remaining here in our halftime period before we start the second half of this basketball game. To kind of give you a little preview of what's coming up for your Darlington Tigers basketball team. Again, this is just the first game of the season for the Darlington Tigers. Darlington Lady Tigers have played 4 games, but the boys team getting their season started tonight and come out red hot against this Dalton Academy team. Through a half, they're up 57-5. Tomorrow they're going to hit the road, go down to Canton, Georgia, have a tough task in front of them there against Cherokee in the Sandy Spill Showdown. And then next week they'll turn their attention back to region play as they get ready to go down to Lindale and face the Pepperell team. So you're going to have a couple of games there. That'll be a lot of fun. Now I think the next live stream broadcast from here at Darlington School is going to be a week from today, next Friday, as the Darlington teams host Coosa. So that should be a lot of fun. And look forward to being with you for those games as well. So that's a little bit of a preview. And then, of course, coming up in a couple of weeks, everybody that follows high school basketball, there's another one. Somebody's having to deal out the $100 bills, apparently, in this contest that they've got going here. There's another one on the way, and that one's going to be a miss. But anyway, everybody knows the Christmas tournament is coming up. Oh, another one. Man, how many they've had? About 3? My goodness. So anyway, Christmas tournament is coming up on December the 16th, 17th. Take a break on the 18th. That's a Sunday. And then it will resume on the 19th and conclude on the 20th with the championship game. So looking forward to that coming up in a couple of weeks. Man, somebody get these kids uniforms and put them out there. Wow. Well, I tell you what, folks, we're going to take another break, catch our breath. We've got 2:50 remaining in our halftime period, so let's step out for a couple of minutes. We'll come back here on the Darlington live stream and bring you second half action from the Van Ness Arena. We'll be back. Well, we welcome you right back into the Van Ness Arena inside the Huffman Center on the beautiful Darlington School campus here off the Cave Spring Road, rather. We're glad to have you with us tonight. Darlington on top, overwhelming Dalton Academy there in the first half basketball game. Score of 57-5 as both teams have come out of the locker room or preparing to begin the second half of this basketball game. And like we saw in the first game of the night, Darlington Lady Tigers won it 79-9, had a big lead at halftime, and so we had two 6-minute quarters in the second half, and there's 6 minutes on the clock to start our third quarter. So we're going to have a same situation going into the third quarter of this basketball game. But we're glad to have you along with us here for this game. Looking forward to watching this Darlington Tigers team throughout the season. Nathan West has got a good-looking team this year. I know going into the season, losing your leading scorer, Patrick Shelley, to graduation, that's something you have to overcome, but they're off to a great start and have a lot of nice pieces left from last year's team with this group. I think they lost 3 starters from last year, but I think they're going to have a fine season this year. 5:46 remaining here in the game as the Pumas open up with possession of the basketball as we start our second half. Lucas has got it. He'll fire it up to Love. Love's at the top of the key, being guarded by Bell. They kick it back out to the right wing side, in and out on the three-point attempt for Juan Lopez Lucas. One and done trip for the Pumas. The Tigers have got it. They'll slowly work it up the other side of the floor. Braden Bell with it, dribbling on the right wing side. So Bell over to Demarion Floyd, now to Jack Bell. They fire it to the left wing side. They go inside to Demarion Floyd, who was cutting towards the basket, and he is going to be fouled on his way up. So we're going to see Demarion Floyd at the charity stripe. We've seen him there a couple of times over the course of our evening of basketball. And he's got the ball in his hands a fair amount, heading towards the basket. So we'll see it a few more times before it's over with. Makes the basket. It is good. We'll get ready for his second free throw shot. Glad to see the arrival of the basketball season. I'm a football fan as well, so I'm not quite done watching that for the year. But I've been watching college basketball for a couple of weeks now. I was going to miss that second free throw. So the score remains at 58-5. Here comes Holland into the paint, puts it up, misses the layup. Rebound taken by the Tigers. They come back the other way with it as Asa Shepard fires it up to Floyd, and now they'll set up the offense with Braden Bell backing up to around the center court line, resetting everything. Shepard, the feed into Shaw. Shaw at the top of the key. Leaves it off for Jack Bell. A little ball movement here from the Tigers. They'll drive towards the paint. Floyd feeds it back out. There's Shaw for 3, and it's a little bit off the mark. Rebound's going to be taken by Braden Bell. Dribbles baseline around to Demarion Floyd. Now back up top they go. Jack Bell. Shepard, the feed into Shaw. Backs his way in. Puts it up. Misses. The putback won't go there for Demarion Floyd. Some contact underneath, and a whistle is going to be blown. That's going to be a foul against the Pumas, and we're going to see Demarion Floyd going back to the stripe again. That foul was on Patterson. Picked up his third. Shot is good there by Demarion Floyd, and if there is one thing that the Pumas cannot afford, getting anybody in foul trouble, because if you're just tuning in, they've got 6 players on the roster currently. Makes his second free throw, so he's 3 of 4 in the second half, and he was 3 of 5 in the first half. 4:22 left to go in the third quarter. Darlington 60, Dalton Academy Pumas 5. 55-point lead for the Tigers. Pumas working it around the perimeter. Now they try to feed it down low. They'll drive in towards the lane, puts it up, and makes the basket. Kind of forced it in. Created his own look. That's Dante Patterson's first basket of the game. First points of the second half here for the Pumas. Braden Bell with the basketball, dribbles on the right side, feeds it off to Demarion Floyd. Now on to Shaw. Shaw over to Shepard. Shepard feeds it back out to Jack Bell. Leaves it for Charlie Shaw, who dribbles around to the right side. And there's Jack Bell for a wide open 3 and knocks it down. Had plenty of time to get his feet set and make a nice shot, and he made him pay. Destin Love is going to fire it across to Juan Lopez Lucas. Lucas tries to feed it inside. It's picked off by Shaw. Feed down to Demarion Floyd, and he lays it in. Demarion Floyd with an easy layup on the run out. 3:18 left to go in the third quarter. 65-7, Darlington on top. Here come the Pumas across the timeline. They fire it left. The ball is picked off. Jack Bell got his hands in there. Now he's got it to Braden Bell going down low off the glass. Won't get the layup. Ball is going to be two guys were diving after it. It goes out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Tigers, but both teams going after that 50-50 ball, making great effort there. We're going to have substitutions into the game for the Tigers. So now on the floor for the Tigers, you've got Quinn McClarity. You also have Joseph Womack, as well as Brent Bell, Simon Polish. I'm going to work on that. McKay Rush on the floor as well. Long three-point shot. It's no good for Lucas. Rebound's going to be taken by Simon. Now they're going to fire it to the right wing side of McClarity. Now back up to Simon. They work their way around to Joseph Womack. 2:34 remaining in the third quarter of the basketball game. McKay Rush picks it up, fires it out. There's a long three-point look, won't go. Karam's off the rim. It's going to be picked up by Brandon Morales. Morales is going to feed it off to Destin Love, who's going to bring it up the floor. Now back on to Morales. Ball is stolen away all alone. He goes up and can't quite get in for the jam. Womack. Now it'll come back the other way. Love's got it. Feeds it off to Holland. Holland on the right side. Looks like we're going to have a foul on the floor against the Darlington Tigers. So we got 2 minutes and 1 second left on the clock here in our third quarter. It's Darlington 65. Dalton Academy Pumas 7. Long three-point look off the inbound pass. That's off the front of the rim. Won't go. Long rebound taken by Quinn McClarity. He is going to pass it off to Womack. Now on to Simon. They'll set up their half-court offense. So Joseph Womack with the basketball. Feeds it off to McClarity. Now to the left wing side they go. Joseph with the basketball. Tries to feed it down low. Ball is knocked loose. Kind of pinballs around, but it stays with the Tigers. There's a long look at a three-point shot. Got a good line. Brent Bell is able to knock it down for three. 68-7, Darlington on top by 61 points. 1:22 left to go in the third quarter. Across the timeline is Destin Love. Love with the basketball. Now feeds it off to Morales. Or rather, Juan Lopez Lucas. Now back to Love. He dribbles at the top of the key, fires it off to the right to Morales. Now they go inside to Holland, loses the handle, is able to retain possession. Ball's knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Tigers. So it's going to stay with the Pumas. Pumas and the Tigers tonight here in the Huffman Center. Both wonderful animals, of course. And that's going to be a turnover on the Pumas, so the Tigers are going to get it back with 53.2 seconds left on the clock. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoying the holiday season already. There's a long three-point shot drilled by Quinn McClarity. His first points of the game, a big-time shot, 71-7, 40 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Love across the timeline into the paint, and it's going to be a foul against the Tigers. So we get ready for Love to inbound the basketball. I got to tell you, though, as rough as these games have been for Dalton Academy, I got to tip my cap to the players and the coaching staff. They've given great effort. There's the shot. It is good. 23 seconds. Neither one of these teams, despite being down very early in the basketball game, have quit. So if you're a head coach, Jeffrey Hutchinson for Dalton Academy, you're very pleased with the effort you're getting from your team tonight, despite being outmatched by a good margin. There's a long three-point look. That one's off the rim, won't go. And the ball bounces around off the back of a couple players. Tigers in with it, and that is the end of the third quarter. And your score after three, Darlington 71, and the Dalton Academy Pumas 9. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back for a shortened fourth quarter after these messages. Back in 1 minute. Arena. Super excited to be with you. It's basketball season. Watching some round ball tonight. Darlington Tigers were successful in the first game of the evening. Darlington Lady Tigers would win 79-9. And the Darlington Tigers, boys, in their first game of the season, we may have a very similar score when this one's over. 71-9 is your current score as we enter the final 6 minutes of this shortened game. So the Tigers inbound the ball. They're going to feed it in to Will Land as we open up the final 6 minutes of the game. And we'll tell you who all's on the floor as we move along. There's the three-point look to open up the quarter. That's going to be missed. Jake Trebus had a good look. Looked like a good-looking shot, but just barely off the mark. Love goes in. Nice pass at the end of the play. Shot is up from Dante Patterson. Can't get that one to go. And it looks like we're going to have some free throw shots coming up here in just a moment. Nope, that one's on the floor. So Love getting ready to inbound the basketball. He'll fire it in. Holland trying to take a hard pass. It goes out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover. So the Tigers get ready to inbound the ball. To fire it in here for the Tigers is going to be Mercer, the sophomore. He triggers it in to Will Land. Land dribbles off to the right wing side. Is going to leave it off for Jake Trebus. Trebus on to Antoine Rocket. I love that name, man. That's a great basketball name, Antoine Rocket. There's a long three-point look, in and out. Won't go for Trebus, or Will Land, rather. Rebound taken by the Pumas. They're across the center court stripe, driving towards the top of the key. They kick it out to Love. A three-point shot. That's going to carry them off the rim and goes out of bounds, so it's coming back to the Tigers with 5:05 remaining in the basketball game. Everybody's getting excited about championship weekend for football. Of course, the Georgia Bulldogs playing tomorrow against the LSU Tigers. And I guess this is the point where I tell you I'm a Georgia Tech fan, so I don't care, other than just being a football fan, and we'll watch the game regardless. Here come the Pumas. They'll put up a little floater. That one's off the rim, almost wedged in between the rim and the backboard. Tigers have got the ball. Land. He's got it on the right wing side. Now to Mercer. Three-point look, and that one's not going to go. A little bit too strong, but the rebound goes to the Tigers. They fire it back outside. Now back out around the perimeter to Land. They'll reset the offense with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the basketball game. Pass is picked off inside. Good move to the ball by Destin Love. Got his hands in there and grabbed it. Told you about the effort that this Dalton Academy team is putting forth in this game tonight, despite being down 71-9. They're playing until the final buzzer. Darlington Tigers with the basketball on the other end. They've got it. Fires it out to Land. There's a three-point look, in and out. Just missed. Rebound's going to be taken by, well, we got a little bit of a battle for it. No jump ball called yet. Still a battle. Now there's the jump ball. Took a little extra time before calling it that time. I guess you didn't have everybody's hands on the ball. So 3:42 remaining in the game. The Pumas will bring it up the floor, walking it up. They try to feed it inside to Holland. It is picked off by the Tigers, but stolen away really quickly. Here's Love with an opportunity for a layup. Misses. The putback is going to rattle around and in. Holland gets another pair of points. And now the score moves to 71-11. 3:11 left to go in the game. Land kicks it out to the right wing side, and burying the three is Trustin Mercer. Wow, what a shot. He's got 5 in the game after knocking that 3 down. 74-11. Here's Love across the timeline with under 3 minutes to go here in the basketball game and of our evening of coverage here tonight. There's a long three-point look. High arcing shot is missed. Battle for the rebound. Both of these teams, 100% effort, wire to wire. Mercer getting ready to trigger it into Land. Land will bring it up the floor and across the timeline, dribbles right. Now back up top to Mercer. They fire out off to the left wing side over to Rocket. Now Land with it with 22 seconds left on the shot clock. They fire it to the right wing side. Mercer with an open 3. That one's in and out. And a player hits the deck going up for a rebound, and a whistle and a foul is going to be charged. I believe they got Land with that one, unless I'm badly mistaken. When I go home tonight, I'm going to watch that USC-Utah championship game. Big game there tonight. Watch on television. There is a attempt. The layup going in was Malik Holland. Didn't get an opportunity to get the shot off, but he's going to have an opportunity from the charity stripe. We've seen him getting to the line a bunch throughout the course of this night. Just getting the coverage started here. Here is a shot off the back of the iron. It won't go. Of course, man, once we get to the Christmas tournament in a couple of weeks, going to have a ton of games. Another shot on the way. That one's going to rattle in, so he makes one of the pair, moving the score to 74-12. Bringing it up the floor is Land. He gives it off to Mercer. Mercer at the top of the key. Back to Land on the right side. Mercer now dribbles with it, fires it left. There's a three-point look, and he drills it. Jake Trebus knocks one down, and the score moves to 77-12. 1:48 left to go in the contest. Darlington's been in control from the jump. Shot off the glass won't go. Mercer's there for the rebound, fires it to Land. He's across the timeline. And going inside with it, shot and a miss there by Ashton Albers. Rebound's going to go to the Pumas. Bringing it up the floor is Malik Holland. Pumas will inbound in front of the scorer's table. With the basketball is Destin Love. Love at the top of the key. These guys have got to be gassed with only 6 players on the team. Malik Holland into the paint. Tries to put it up. Misses. Rebound taken by the Tigers. They're on the other end. Land after the outlet. Pass off the glass and in. Whoa. So Will Land notches his first points of the game at 79-12. Darlington on top. We're under a minute to play officially. Destin Love with the basketball at the top of the key. Love will set up their offense with 52 seconds left to go in the contest and 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Dribbles around the screen. Destin Love with it. Now back around to Lucas, rather. Lucas with the ball. Back to Love. 35 seconds on the clock. Love with some hands in his face. He's going to be fouled. And we will see the Pumas inbound the basketball with 2 seconds on the shot clock and 31.1 seconds left on the clock, with Darlington leading at 79-12. There's the inbound pass. Heaves it up at the end of the shot clock. Misses the shot. And the Tigers are going to pick up the rebound and head the other way. Mercer with it. He'll slow down with 20 seconds left to go in the basketball game. I think Coach West is told to hold on to the basketball and bleed off the rest of the clock and celebrate a victory. It's 79-12, and that is going to be your final score. So the start of the season begins with a bang for the Darlington Tigers as they will bleed out the rest of the clock. Well, no, 0.5 seconds on the clock. There's going to be a foul, and Darlington will inbound the ball and take the remaining 0.5 seconds off the clock. There it is. And the game is officially over. But your final score tonight, Darlington wins at 79-12. That's your final score after the girls won earlier, 79-9. So similar, very similar scores in both of those games. The Darlington Tigers start the season 1-0. The Darlington Lady Tigers move their season to 4-0. And I know we're going to take a break. I'm not sure if we'll come back or not to run down the scoring. So we'll see what happens with that. But regardless, we appreciate you tuning in to the live stream tonight. And again, the Darlington Tigers, both teams victorious tonight and start off their region schedule. Should also point that out before we wrap up. Both teams, Darlington teams, 1-0 in region play. The Darlington Lady Tigers are going to be hitting the road, going over to, well, I'll double check on that here in just a second. I know that I got their schedule here somewhere. They're going to be going to Pickens to face the Dragons coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Meanwhile, your Darlington Tigers are going to be going over to Cherokee and Canton, Georgia to play as a part of the Sandy Spill Showdown. So both teams with games coming up on Saturday. Well, we'll go ahead and send it back to Northwest Georgia Media for a break. We appreciate you tuning in. Darlington wins 79-12.
Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
The most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Darlington Basketball would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's live stream: Riverside Auto Group, Rome Orthopedic Center, and Atrium Health Floyd. Thank you for your support. This broadcast is a production of Northwest Georgia Media. Thank you for watching.